Hey guys, welcome back to Jeweler's Life. Let's talk lab grown diamonds. So, first and foremost, we need to understand that lab grown diamonds are molecularly exactly the same as naturally mined diamonds. It's good to understand that so that we know that essentially we are comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. Now, this take is a little controversial in the jewelry industry because the jewelry industry right now, if you can call around 10 different jewelers in the same town, and you'll probably get about 10 different responses on lab grown diamonds. And so the two camps are this: some like lab grown diamonds, some don't. Typically, the ones that don't, they prefer to just sell natural and they don't want to mess with lab grown diamonds at all. But as we know, life moves on, new things come out, you learn to adapt and move with the times, and this is part of that. So let's talk about how they're formed. So essentially, there are two ways to make a lab-grown diamond. They're both made in a chamber about the size of this room. And so there's the HPHT process, which HPHT stands for high pressure, high temperature. And then there is the CVD option, and that stands for chemical vapor deposition. So with both of these processes, the goal is to recreate the same environmental conditions that in this chamber that happened in the Earth's crust over time, whether you believe the Earth is 1,000,000 years old, 2,000 years old, 500 years old, whatever, flat earth, round earth, doesn't matter. These processes are to recreate the environment and the conditions that form these diamonds in the Earth's crust to begin with. So first, let's talk about the HPHT, or high pressure, high temperature process. So with this process, there's essentially three different processes within this one option that develops a lab-grown diamond. And so those three different options are the belt press, the cub press, and the bars press. And basically what all of these options do, or what all of these processes do, is that they create an environment of high pressure and high temperature where you take a small diamond, something as small as this, you can't really see it. I mean, it's about the size of a pen tip or pencil tip, super, super tiny. And so they take something like this, which for the purposes of this video, let's call it a diamond seed. Kind of like if you were to plant an oak tree outside, you take the little acorn and plant it. And so they take something like this and they introduce this into an environment that is surrounded by carbon, and it starts to grow layers like a natural diamond, and essentially it comes out being a diamond. So during these processes, the HPHT process, it actually has the diamond seed grow in 14 different directions. Now there's like a specific hexa something name to it, but I'm not good at geometry, so I'm not going to tell you what that name is because it's pretty long. The next option, or the next process, is the CVD, which again stands for chemical vapor deposition. So what's different from HPHT to CVD, and not CBD like CBD gummies, but CV as in violin D, is that the CVD process is less costly and it also requires less energy. Again, in a chamber, but essentially what you do is you take a diamond slice, you seal it in this chamber, and then you heat this chamber and you fill it with carbon gases. Then those gases are ionized using microwaves and lasers. And this process, what it does is it breaks down those carbon gases and it starts to merge with the original slice of the diamond, and the diamond begins to grow layer by layer, almost like if you've seen a 3D print, how they, almost everybody knows, you know, with a 3D print, it kind of grows layer by layer by layer by layer. And so eventually you go from having something super tiny like this to having something as large as this. This is a nice 6 carat diamond, very, very beautiful. So this is how lab diamonds are made. I hope you enjoyed this video. Look out for part 2, where we will be discussing the pros and cons of lab-grown diamonds and pricing structure, and essentially what, as a professional jeweler, I can recommend, what to look out for. And remember, at the end of the day, jewelry is very personal. It's all about what you like, what you're looking for, what fits in with your budget. And honestly, it's up to you at the end of the day. Pick whatever works for you. Don't give into marketing or what some salesperson tells you at a corporate store.